I left the USA to move abroad. I returned to the USA last year. When I moved abroad, many called it crazy. I called it living my wildest dreams. Today, people ask me every day in the USA about moving abroad. What was once called crazy is now the new goal. One of the hardest things about being in the USA after living abroad in Asia for several years is seeing how much the USA has changed while I was abroad, and not in a good way. It's maybe really hard to hear, but it's the truth. In 2019, I left a big US city that was full of energy and life. It's not the USA that I returned to. People were warm and open and friendly. I had a huge community. I had a home I owned and loved. I sold my home and spent several years abroad in Asia. After the pandemic, I was one of the very first, very privileged guests to travel solo in several countries and 50 cities in Asia. I learned so much about people and what makes people happy and healthy and what makes them not happy and not healthy around the world. These are the most magnificent experiences of my lifetime. I am crazy rich. Rich with wisdom, rich with insight, rich with seeing the wonders of the world. These were not always easy or comfortable experiences, but they were magnificent. I returned to the USA very excited and eager to pick up where I left off in the USA. But the USA is not the same. People are much more fearful, much less open, distrustful. You may not realize it if you've been in the USA this whole entire time. I realize it because the USA I left in 2019 is very different from the USA today. I was abroad being so open and trusting, meeting lovely people from literally all corners of the planet. Invited into strangers' homes who I had just met, who are now dear friends. Made friends in train stations of Japan, Cambodia's temples, Thailand's markets, motorbikes in Vietnam, anywhere, everywhere. Spent a lot of time in community with people from all over the world. Got really used to it. And I came back to the USA to find division and isolation. I left a community of people who I love, a home that I loved, and a job that I didn't love, to move abroad with no plan. I didn't have a community in Asia. I didn't know anyone. I didn't have a job. I didn't have an apartment. I had a one-way flight. What I got was everything. I now have a community around the planet. Then I come to the USA and find a lot of people lack community and friendships. Has the USA become so focused on profit and making money that it has forgotten how to care about each other?